late Victorian London lived many detectives who were the rivals of Sherlock Holmes.
Mackie, I've come to you because I love my daughter and I will not let her die. And you've got to help, if you can. You're a professional ghost hunter, ghost slayer.
Ghost detective.
Yes. Well, I've got a ghost for you to get rid of.
At Hisgins Hall, East Lancashire.
You know?
I got your remarkably terse telegram. Urgent appointment, midday, Tuesday. Hisgins, unusual name.
Yes.
Hisgins Hall, the home of the invisible horse.
You know the old story, then?
It's well known in my sort of circle. I never thought of it coming my way.
Nor did we.
The last time it appeared was, 100 years ago?
100 years ago. Until now. This is the first time in 100 years that my family has had a girl as its firstborn. The first and only born.
Well, yes, the horse only appeared, if an invisible horse can be said to appear, when the firstborn girl...
We grew up and announced her engagement, as Mary did last week, to Charles Beaumont. He's a fine fellow. Look, I am not going to let my daughter die as those other girls did.
In the 17th and 18th centuries, 4 times the eldest child was a girl. Each became engaged, each died before she could be married. 2, I think, by suicide.
One of a broken heart.
And one was found killed in the park.
Yes.
As if by the kick of a horse.
Yes.
Could have been something else. The broken heart could have been heart failure, sudden shock induced by fright.
But what frightened them, eh?
That's it. Each time the records show neighings, hoof beats in the house, the sound of galloping of an unseen horse.
Oh, damn it, man, this is the 20th century.
Only just.
I am not going to let my daughter die. Now, is that clear?
Very clear.
If it is a ghost, then you must exorcise it, and quickly.
Tell me what you've seen or heard so far.
It was the night Mary announced her engagement to Beaumont. The 2 of them were going through the lower corridor together just after dusk, but before the lamps had been lighted. It damn near broke Beaumont's arm.
Could it have been a real horse?
I searched the whole place. There wasn't a sign of one. Nothing. The stables, they were all shut in. None of them missing. I was in the gun room when it kicked Beaumont. I heard it all from there. The neighing, Mary's scream, and the sound of the hoofs. By the time I got out of the hall, it was all over. But I heard it. There's no question about that.
Jumbo gives a good account of the history.
Oh, yes, I know. I helped you with that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, he's a funny fellow. I didn't take to him. That's why I've come to you.
In those days, if I have it right, a number of people said they heard the horse.
Yeah.
But the only one it attacked or frightened to death was the girl herself.
Yes.
But your horse attacked Mr. Beaumont.
Well, it's Lieutenant Beaumont, RN.
Attacked Lieutenant Beaumont.
Well, I suppose Mary jumped back. Beaumont must have thrown out his arms to protect her.
Can a supernatural presence miss its aim?
Well, you're the expert. You tell me.
I would have expected the horse to manifest itself to your daughter when she was alone.
Well, it did. 3 nights later, in the middle of the night. Mary! Darling.
It was in here. Oh.
The neighing of the horse.
Yes.
As in the old stories.
Yes.
Could it have been imagination?
I was in the cavalry. I do not suffer from imagination. Look, we both heard it. And so did she, but she heard it in her room. I'd move her room. Move her out of the place if it'd make any difference. Shut up the place and take her to Italy, but...
But history says the horse followed the girl wherever she went.
Yes.
I think I'd better come down to Hisgins Hall as soon as possible.
Now? Today?
Tomorrow. I have some preparations to make.